Hey, it's Amanda Green for Living a Simple Budget Family Life, and today's focus is going to be right here in front of me, my refrigerator freezer. Now, the other day I tackled my refrigerator because I had implemented a system to help organize it that wasn't really working, and I changed it up, and it's working really well. It's been about 4 days, and I will spontaneously open the fridge door and show you that so you can see that it's, it's not too bad. Aside from a couple of things that the kids just pop in there that are leftovers of theirs, it's sort of in fairly good order. So I'm really happy with that, but I wanted to at least show you that, like I say, we've gotten a few more things for the yogurt and dairy container, and the kids have just plonked their leftovers, and I'm okay with that because that'll be gone by the end of the day. But as you can see, it's still holding up fine. The cheese box is working. The first aid up here is working a little bit better. If anything, we've had to get another couple of bite creams to pop in there for the kids who are getting a few skitty bites, and some teething rust for Cohen. I've just popped them in there. So, like I said, I didn't touch it. I just wanted to show you how we've been working with it. The treat box is still perfect, going down a little bit. Ooh, it's been put back in the wrong way because the label's not there. So, see? Real. And yeah, we've just been going through the stock that's in there. I've added a carton of Diet Coke there, so it looks quite full down the bottom. But yeah, it's working well. But what is not working well is the other half, and that is the freezer. And it is stuck to the brim because it's a really, really tiny, skinny little freezer. I'll show you where it's at the moment. So these little shelves on the fridge doors look really cool. Yes, they do. But once you get past this shelf here, you can't put a bag of vegetables in there because it stops the freezer from shutting properly, because these shelves come a fair way out. So you're really, really limited to what you can do here. So today I want to make it my mission to sort of organize this freezer space a little bit better so it looks, oh, Cohen wants to contribute, it looks a little less crazy and I can find things really easy. So the problem with that is it's a very specific space, and I didn't want to be purchasing any organizers or anything. I just wanted to use what I have. So I'm going to head out to the garage and see if I can raid, ooh, Cohen really has got something to say. See if I can raid my husband's garage and get a few sort of little containers that'll hopefully, fingers crossed, just slide in there and make it a little bit easier to organize. But yeah, that is my job today. This freezer, it needs a good clean and tidy up. And yeah, I've been putting it off for a couple of days. In a second, Bubby. Okay, so step one, I pulled everything out of the freezer. So I've got some corn, lots of convenient sort of things for the kids, convenient sort of things for the hubby and I, berries for smoothies, bread, and frozen veg mostly. But here is the space that we're working with. This is portioned up bananas for smoothies, and there really is no other place for it, so that drawer has to stay my banana smoothie drawer. But I just wanted to show you like how ridiculously small this fridge is. So bottom shelf here fits a loaf of bread, so you can fit 2 loaves of bread on that shelf, and that's one whole shelf like gone straight away. So yeah, really need to work on some solutions for this spot. Are you helping, Cohen? Are you helping? Is it cold? Cohen? 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 Are you helping? Yeah, you helping. Okay, so here is my after, and I'll just give you a pan shot and then I'll talk you through it. Certainly a lot more organised. room for a few things if I want to add more things. Again, don't mind the beeping. But we have just done a grocery shop, so you know this is sort of fairly well stocked. You know, there's only a few things that we would probably add if it came to it. So I'll talk you through the drawer first. So up the top, I had to stick with smaller things, and in here I've got Cohen's mash that I make up. Not very zero waste of me putting them in Ziploc bags, but I do reuse those Ziploc bags. Hopefully next pay I'll be able to buy some little containers to, sorry, I'll just hold in this, little containers to start putting his mash in, so I can eliminate those baggies there. I've just taken the steam bags out of the bigger bag, and they're sort of a convenience product there, again ready to go. I've got frozen berries in the bags here, and that's sort of like my extra ones. The open one is on the shelf, and I'll show you that when we get to the shelves. Down below I've just got a little section there for ice packs, and the bottom two are sort of more convenience products. So I just took out the Linda McCarthy lentil pies and I popped them in little Ziploc baggies that I had that I've washed out as well. So convenience, easy to grab things here, and these tilt baskets so you can push them back up. Bottom drawer, I've just popped in specialist breads, so those par-baked rolls just, you know, fold in there quite nicely, and you know, my multigrain or cereal loaf that the kids don't necessarily eat. I've kept my smoothie banana drawer to my smoothie banana drawer. That's, sorry, the ice tray and the appropriate little container for it. I've just slid the pastry, because it's flat underneath the bread, so that's slid in there quite nicely. And what I've done here, so I'm just going to turn the light off again because it's going to beep in a minute. Yep, beep. Is I've popped the kids' stuff that I had, you know, convenience stuff, into some, again, baggies, so not a very good zero waste solution, but I can, like I said, wash them out and reuse them. So I've just popped them in a box, and I've popped, you know, like some nuggets that we had left over in one of the boxes. I've popped the little party pies and party sausage rolls into sort of portion packs. So it's very full at the moment because they're all big full boxes, but that's sort of frozen portion sort of kids snacks or meals there. This is bolognese sauce, and there's plenty of room in there for another container. I make up a big batch of bolognese for the kids when I do it, so that's there and space for more. Frozen corn and the open frozen fruit that we are currently working on for our smoothies is there. And like I said, I've just taken them out of bags and popped them into Tupperwares that I have and labelled them. Now, frozen corn is pretty much the only veg we buy frozen. Everything else is sort of fresh, but we always have a selection of frozen fruit for smoothies, so that's in there ready to go. So I'll just turn it off and then turn it back on again. Rightio, so my solution for everything that was scattered over the top was these two little slidey pull-out trays. This one here, I've just got the kids' snack stuff, so stuff that I've made that is, again, portioned up. So again, I'm not being very mindful of my waste here, but it's organised. I'll have to come up with some better solutions for less waste though. So kids, stuff that's portioned up, ready to go in lunch boxes, like hot cross buns, little mini muffins and stuff that are homemade there, plus a few ones that were purchased on sale at the supermarket, like little lamington fingers. So they're ready just to get thrown into a lunchbox as a treat. And then we've just got, you know, vegan sausages, vegan bacon, and some vegan sort of mince or textured vegetable protein, whatever you call it, alternative there. So it is certainly a lot better organised, a lot tidier, and I can see everything. It's right to hand. I know exactly where everything is. So getting stuff in and out is so much better. But for that to have happened, there is a lot of Ziploc little baggies that have come into play. And yes, I can reuse them, especially if I'm obviously, you know, wash out the banana baggies and put more bananas in them. It's not the end of the world. But, you know, it's not the best solution. But I haven't had to purchase anything. I had obviously the Tupperware in these containers to hand. I'm still not 100% convinced that it's the best use of the space, but like I said, you can't put things, especially these top ones here, that jut out into the freezer because it just doesn't shut. So that's as organised as my freezer is going to get, people. I'm happy with it. Like I said, the only issue I have now is the waste factor, but yeah, that involves purchasing containers and stuff. So we're just going to reuse Ziploc baggies in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I've inspired you to organise your freezer and make things a little bit easier for you to find. Cheers for that. Have a great weekend. Bye. Okay, can I just say that I've only labelled the things that I always have, that I always hold. So I always have a selection of meats, I always have a selection of little lunchboxy snacks ready to rock. I always have frozen fruit and I always have frozen corn. There's quite a few little sections that are not labelled, but you know, those sections are not going to be consistently having those things in it. It'll just be what, you know, what we've got that week for our meal planning.